Hello and welcome to the long-awaited Jaguar XJ220. Since the launch of this game, this car has been one of the highly requested few. So, the Jaguar XJ220 is an icon in its own right, but in today's video we are going to see if it's any good in game. And starting off with the car's price tag. With the car being priced at $615,000, this is a lot cheaper than people were actually expecting, because I saw quite a few people estimating this vehicle to be over 5 million credits. So for it to be under a million is quite a surprise and a really good one. So Jaguar XJ220 was a strong competitor for the Ferrari F40, so I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons between the Jaguar and the Ferrari. So let's purchase the Jaguar and get straight into it. So once you get behind the wheel of the XJ220, you will be quite surprised to experience that the car has quite good handling, very responsive under throttle, and when it comes to top speed, well, that's what the car is known for. Now the XJ220, the 220 comes from what this car was supposed to be able to do, which was 220 miles per hour. But in fact, when doing some testing, the car is only able to reach 213 miles per hour, which, looking at it now, isn't really something to complain about, because it still landed him in the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest standard production vehicle, which later then got bumped by the McLaren F1. But for a few years, this car was the fastest car on the planet. Now, the Jaguar XJ220 came out with a prototype, and the prototype came standard with a naturally aspirated V12. Well, when it came to production, that absolutely changed, because then we saw a V6 power plant with a turbocharger attached to it. So yes, this car can have an upgraded turbocharger to just improve the car's overall power. So when driving the vehicle around standard in Gran 7, it's actually a pleasant driving experience. The car feels like any nimble modern sports vehicle. Fun fact, the XJ220 actually sets a lap time around the Nürburgring of 7 minutes and 46 seconds, and today's equivalent, that is as fast as a Mercedes C63 AMG Black Series. So yes, still a very quick car. And what just blows my mind away every time I test out one of these legendary vehicles is they were doing modern things back in the 90s, when things like this were not even thought about. These cars were pushing the limits. That's why Ferrari, Lamborghini, they were all gunning to make the fastest supercar, and Jaguar entered the race with the XJ220 and absolutely dominated. But let's just say you aren't a fan of how the Jaguar feels. It's a bit too slow. It doesn't really feel like how it should. You want more out of your XJ220. Well, you're in luck, because you can actually upgrade this vehicle, and you can add a decent amount of parts to actually shoot up how much power this car produces. Now the car comes standard with 515 brake horsepower, and be prepared to spend upwards of 200,000 credits to fully max out this vehicle. But when you fully max out the vehicle, it will now be producing 830 brake horsepower, which is a substantial difference over the standard 515, and that is including the fact that we still are able to remove quite a bit of weight from this vehicle. So that way we are adding a lot of power and still removing a lot of weight out of the Jaguar XJ220. So with us doing this, well, it should make for a very fun experience. Now with the Jag being fully upgraded, it's time to experience what our money actually changed. And when I say it changed everything, I mean it changed everything. The car is so much more reactive, it's responsive, and it's just gonna be a whole lot more to handle. So coming into a first corner doing over 300 kilometers per hour, this V6 is really pushed to its limits, and oh boy am I loving it. The car with the perfect setup in it takes every corner absolutely bang on. It feels like an absolute race car. Now we would love to see the XJ220 race car actually come to game, so hopefully it's in a future update. But for now, the XJ220 actually does the job perfectly. I see no issue to it because this car is able to take corners flat out, hit every apex you point at it, and the braking system on this car is absolutely immaculate. It matches the power range of this vehicle perfectly because there are so many cars in Gran Turismo 7 where they have so much power and the brakes simply cannot keep up. This car has the right amount of downforce, braking, power. It's perfect. I wouldn't think adding more power would actually make the vehicle better. In my opinion, it would actually make the vehicle worse. This car is just perfectly set up. It has the right amount of power for what it needs to do. Now handling, yes, the car can step out on you every now and then, but that's just a bit of fun. If you can't drive a vehicle that's gonna be boring to drive and so predictable. You need some excitement in your life, and that's exactly what the Jaguar XJ220 provides. Now, I will say the Ferrari F40 is more exciting. Now, even with that vehicle not being engine swapped, the standard F40 is insanely fast, insanely reactive. It does everything the Jaguar XJ220 does, but slightly better. Now with the Jaguar though, the Jaguar is a lot more affordable. Now the F40 is over 3 million credits, and if you just want to base it off value for money, you get a hell of a lot more when you use the Jaguar. So the Jag in my eyes is absolutely perfect, and it will dominate whatever event you throw at it, unless that event has fuel wear or tire wear. Because the Jaguar XJ220, with it having such a large engine, it is very dusty. Now the car is simply just not the best. I wouldn't suggest using it for money grinding or any events that require fuel consumption. But other than that, the Jaguar XJ220 is absolutely unstoppable. It has great looks, but everyone has their own opinion on that. But as I said, the car has great looks, great handling, great performance. Overall, the car is perfect, and for it being under 1 million credits, I think is an absolute bargain. For the icon it is, I was one of the people to think that this car was going to be insanely expensive. I was grinding just to cover the price of this vehicle. So yes, I was surprised to see that the car was so affordable. So that alone, because in the future I can see the price of this vehicle skyrocketing. So you rather get it now while it's cheap, then down the line in GT7 when you see this car is upwards of 3 million credits. So my advice, you pick up the Jaguar XJ220. You will not regret it. The car is so fun, it's super great. And in the next video I'm going to be posting a money method using the Jaguar XJ220. So if you want to see that, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to see more Gran Turismo 7 content, well, click the video on screen now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.